Texas, Utah, Colorado. Malai and I go 9 days on a road trip, tenting, staying in a cabin, and hanging out with our friends. Come with us on this long road trip to see some of the most beautiful places in the United States.
This is On the Way to God, Josh Davis. We got Malai with us today. So it is about 6:08 in the morning. We are ready for a 10-hour drive, and I'm super excited. We woke up bright and early because we want to make it to our destination. The number one place is going to be Palo, Duro Canyon. We got a campsite there. We're super excited to see that, but we got a long drive. This is a drive probably neither one of us have ever made, right? I don't think I've ever done a 10+ hour drive straight. We're actually looking to drive the whole 10 hours just so we can sleep and drive another 10 hours. So Road to Moab is where we're going. We got a lot of exciting things happening there, so make sure that y'all like, subscribe, and y'all check out all of the content all the way through. You don't want to miss a heartbeat. Stay with us. All right, guys, so hey, 2 hours in, it is 8 a.m. The sun is up. We're feeling good. We're on the road. We've probably driven for the past 2 hours, maybe 140 miles away from our house. And we got about 134 miles. I mean, we got an hour and 34 minutes and about 95 miles until our first charge station. So when we left the house, we had about 336 miles of range. Right now, I'm looking at about 186. And when we get to our charger, our first charging stop, we will have about 22% left on our battery life. So the truck is doing very well. I'm very impressed with it so far. It's extremely efficient so far. And pretty soon, when we make our first stop, we'll be getting us some breakfast. So how you feeling right now, baby?
I have to pee.
Okay. Yeah. But the GPS pretty much took us through the middle of Texas, in between 45 North going to Dallas and I-10 straight up the gut, because we're going to Amarillo. But this is just the first 2 hours, so we're going to see you guys later on. All right, guys, welcome to Hamilton, Texas. We are at our first charging station. So we drove all the way from Cypress, almost the full 336 miles that I originally started with, all the way to Hamilton, Texas, with now about 79 miles to go. So it's been working out so far, pretty good. I haven't had any issues. We've been getting a lot of wind in the elevations up here, changes, but other than that, everything's been good. I'm looking forward to taking a quick break here, spending some time, maybe grab something to eat. Right now it's about 9:30 a.m. in the morning from the 6 a.m. time. So about 3.5 hours it took us to get here on a full charge from the house. That's not bad at all for the first time having a charge. I'm gonna sit here for about 30 minutes and charge before I take off to my next charger. And I'll just use that time to take a quick bathroom break, get a couple snacks, and I will see you guys at our next stop. Welcome back, guys. We're here in Abilene and we're at the Tesla supercharger. As you can see, I am getting charged up. I want to give you guys a quick update on how efficient this truck has been. I'm so amazed that we left Hamilton and we drove for about 2 hours, and this truck has done such a good job on this efficiency that we got here and we needed to charge pretty much from zero because I had about 30 miles left. But from Cypress to Hamilton, we drove an entire 250 miles, and that was about 3 hours. And we had to charge for about 30 minutes just to get here in Abilene. Now we're gonna charge a little bit longer, but it's noon and I left at 6 a.m. and I'm just super impressed by the truck. The charging cost in Hamilton has been about $20 so far. So we left home off the home charger and have barely spent any money on charging. I believe we spent more money on food and drinks already than we have on charging. I highly recommend that you guys
with Hummer EVs traveling across the country, use the Tesla supercharging network. Make sure that you have your adapter, which is here. I'll show you. You got to get that adapter because it is worth it, so that way you can use that Tesla supercharging network. I just cannot say enough about the efficiency. Man, we're on the way to God, on the way to see some really good sites, and I'm so excited to show you guys. Thank y'all so much for following the journey. Make sure that y'all are commenting how much y'all think the next charge is gonna cost me. I want to know what y'all thoughts are by the end of this video. How much is it gonna cost to fill this truck up constantly every 2 to 3 hours? On the way to God, baby. This is stop number 3. The second stop was an interesting stop because I thought that I would be able to make it to Plainview from Abilene at about 70% battery, but it told me that I wouldn't even get to Plainview if I didn't charge one more time in between, almost to 90%. So I'm a little bit confused about how that worked out, but nevertheless, I'm over here at Electrify America in Sweetwater, I guess, which is just outside of Abilene, probably about 30 or 40 minutes. And I'm at this 350 up to 350 kilowatt charger. Things are looking good so far. Right now, if you look, I am charging at about 74 kilowatts right now because I'm up to 83%. I'll be sitting here for another couple minutes. This is gonna allow me to go directly to Plainview, and from Plainview, we should be able to make it to Palo Duro Canyon by sunset. It's 2:30 right now. We got about 3.5 hours to drive. So hopefully if I can really just take my time and really manage my charging, I should be completely fine with no worries. And then I'll be able to get into Plainview, charge one more time. I'm probably gonna top off because by the time we get to Palo Duro Canyon, we're gonna be setting up camp because it's been a long day so far. So we've only had one lunch, just ate that at the Tesla charging station at the last stop over in Abilene. And now we are looking forward to knocking the rest of this first day out. And then day number 2, we're gonna spend a night in camp. I'll show you guys all of that. Day number 2, we're gonna be headed to Utah. So I'm super excited. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on how much this Electrify America in Sweetwater is gonna charge. Let's go. All right, guys, so that last charge was extremely stressful. When I left Sweetwater, I thought I'd be able to make it all the way to Plainview without it being an issue. But one thing I would highly recommend, do not use cruise control because it will burn your battery life to shit. So I barely made it, but I made it because I had to take my cruise control off. Didn't tell Malai anything because I didn't want her to stress with me.
I was asleep.
This is our last charging station before we get to Palo Duro campsite. I'm so glad we made it to Plainview. Thank you so much, Plainview, for having this Tesla supercharger available for me. So this is the 250 kilowatt Tesla supercharger. All I gotta do on my phone over here is just hit the start charging button. So we'll do that. Start. So it's connecting now to the charger and it should start charging immediately. But as you can see, I'm at 25 miles, and by the grace of God, I actually gave myself that by taking the cruise control off and regenning. Otherwise, this battery would have been completely depleted. But now it is starting to charge. We're getting some good kilowattage, so I'm about to turn the vehicle off and sit here for about an hour before we jump on to the highway again.
We're gonna go grab some ice too.
Yeah, we're gonna grab some ice. We're gonna get refreshed. We're gonna get us our last snack meal for the day before we get to the campsite. So I wouldn't even recommend you do cruise control when you're leaving Texas in the North Panhandle, man. That was scary. I'm serious. But I made it, no worries. And now I'm excited. We get to go to Palo Duro, spend the night there. So I'll see you guys when we get there. We finally made it to Palo Duro Canyon after an 11-hour drive. I am super excited. I can't wait to get into this place. We're gonna set up camp for the night. Man, I don't even know what to say. Like, this was a long drive. The Hummer did great. As far as efficiency, we got all the way over here. I think I have about 100 miles left on it. I'm gonna use that to get to Amarillo for the next charging point. But we are kind of exhausted. I'm very hungry. I've been fasting most of the day. So check out some of the scenery that you're gonna find here at Palo Duro Canyon. And coming from Houston at about 85, 86 degrees. Now we're up here in Palo Duro Canyon at about 65 degrees. So we're experiencing some cooler temperatures. So we're very excited about getting warm and getting cozy. We're gonna have a great time. So stick around and watch what goes on from here.
Hey guys, so we're here and we just made it to our campsite. Josh is setting up our light. Oh, are you okay? Ew.